morning, Dan and I are going to deep fry a Tunnocks caramel wafer bar, and this is how we do it.
Okay, first thing we're going to do is mix up some batter. I used the BBC Good Food recipe for making the batter. So what I'm going to do is eyeball the flour and the water. I'm using gluten-free white plain flour for the batter. It's only a small wafer, so we're not making very much. So this sort of amount.
Right, about 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll start mixing in a bit of water gradually. We want it fairly thick because the wafer is quite smooth and the batter can slip off easily. We tried this before. So I've only used a small drop of water. I add a little bit more because I haven't made quite enough. A little bit more water. So it's fairly creamy. Whisk that in.
Yes.
There we go.
Lovely.
Probably a pinch of baking powder. We don't want too much, do we?
No, just a pinch.
There you are.
You'd normally have 1 teaspoon per 100 grams, but you haven't got much there.
No, because we're only making one and we don't be inundated with loads of batter. We're putting the pan on with some oil. Oh, good, this isn't strict deep frying, not like we have with a deep fat fryer. There's about ½ an inch depth oil in that pan. So letting that warm up for now while we prepare the wafer. So unwrap it. That should be enough. Again, it's only one. I'm gonna coat it.
You're coating it all over and on the ends as well?
What I might do is roughen the surface of the chocolate with a fork to make a key. It's a bit like plastering a brick wall. If we don't do that and the stonework is too smooth, it all falls off. So we're going to roughen it a bit.
That's clever.
And it will help the batter to stick to the chocolate. It's all going to melt together anyway, but we want it to retain its shape if we can, rather than it become a soggy, battery, shapeless mess, which it became in the first attempt. We're going to do it all. So this should help it a little bit. So have another attempt at coating it with flour.
Yeah, that's good.
That's worked, doesn't it? There we go.
Yes.
The fish normally has that pattern in the scale, so in it goes. Excuse fingers, so use a fork. Just swill it all around. Let it. What we might do is add some of the flour to the batter just to make it a little bit thicker, because it looks like it's all going to come off.
It's nice and thick though.
I think a little bit
little
more.
bit, just a little bit.
Just like that. That's better. And it'll stick admirably. Ready to.
Yes, that looks like it.
We're going to test the oil, because if it's too cold it'll go greasy. Put it in there. Yes, that's nice and hot.
Yes, well done.
I'm just going to tip the whole thing in.
Yeah, tip it in.
Try and stir it in, it'll all fall off.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's it.
And put the batter around it.
Yeah, what you can do is, well, when you turn it, keep a bit of the batter back.
Yes, which we've done, and then you can add a bit more onto the other
if
side.
necessary.
It smells nice.
Are you going by smell?
Yes.
So you know when it's ready to turn.
I know when it's ready, yeah. And by look as well. So that will give it a couple of flips.
You've got a lot of batter there, Dan, on it.
It'll be alright. You can always trim it off and cut it to size. It's better to have too much than not enough, and then you can adapt it. You can cut it off, but you can't put it back. Now, deep fried Mars bar's Scottish enough. This is even Scottisher. And I'm a soft Southern Nancy. Give it another flip. I think the batter's stuck on nicely this time. Let it go nice and golden. going to flip it over once more. And it's going nice and golden now, so do the underside. And I think it's ready for the plate. Shake off any
Whoa, there we
excess oil. Right, so we're going to trim off the excess, make it look neat. I think that looks quite nice like that as it is. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try some. So we're going to sprinkle a bit of icing sugar on the top. He says, coating it. And we put that on the top. Like that.
Oh, very nice. A rocher.
Very tasty. The caramel and chocolate and the wafer go well with the batter. I think it's really, really nice actually.
Can I try a bit?
Yeah,
Can you
of course
cut me a piece
I'll
off?
cut you a piece off here. Bit of cream. It's really nice, isn't it? Move over, Mars bar. It's now the age of the deep fried Tunnocks wafer.
I'll second that.